Hmm. Alright, so that's good, right?
Yeah, I seen it.
Okay. Alright. We're just going on a different chart. Okay. So I'll just go over the rules for
Yeah.
the most basic rules, right?
Mm.
First, you have
This video could record.
recording it.
Okay, good. So because I'm back after, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, nice.
It have the valleys and the peak zones, right?
Mm.
As the zones that are the valleys and the peaks, right? And then it have the CP zones, right? That's
Continuation pattern, right?
yeah, that's the zones that's in the middle of a move. So if you have a move up, market pause for a little, and then you have another move up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this one here. All right. Now, these are the only two types of zones that have the valleys and the peaks, and that are the CPs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to learn how to identify them, how to validate them, and how to score them, right?
Okay.
Also how to confirm them. No. We know that is a couple simple rules to validate a zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rule number one, zone had a break. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Rule number two, zone have to remove another zone. And the only time when you could skip either of these rules
Mm-hmm.
is when there is no other price data to the left, then the zone is just valid, right? Meaning
Okay.
that's an all-time high or all-time low.
That's when you look to the left, right?
Yeah. And if you don't
Okay.
have that data, then it's just automatically valid.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm open my computer to check. Now, yeah, I remember. Even though you kind of zone break the trend or move another zone, you then had to figure out whether the zone is tradable, right? So yeah, this is cool, right? Basically, once you find a zone, okay, so for example, this would be a zone here, right? This is what kind of zone that is.
That's a demand.
There's also a value, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right? You draw a trend line here. So when you score in the zone, basically you would find zones with weak departures. You always want to find a zone with a strong departure. The stronger the departure, the more valid the zone, right? So
Okay, okay.
use for to find the best zone, you want two extended range candles.
Right.
Two extended range candles would be a candle, a red or a green candle that goes straight and doesn't really pull back, like an engulfing candle, right?
Okay, so it's a strong body, right?
Yeah, like a marabouzi or something like that, right?
Okay.
Once you have two of those, then you know that the zone would score high, right? And another thing to I forget to add to confirm the zone. Must this rule applies to all the time frames, right?
Mm-hmm.
Consolidate away for at least one candle, meaning if you have an impulse away and then the market comes straight back to the zone, then you can't take it. It has to stay
Okay.
up for at least one candle, right?
Okay. So it can't come straight back down one time.
If it comes straight back down one time, that means it was not a valid zone, or should not strong enough to stay away, right?
Okay.
But it go on no longer it stay away,
Mm-hmm.
valid it is, right? So let me just go over this because I'm not sure if you're aware of either to use this properly, right?
Yeah.
So for the break of a trend line, if you was watching the videos,
Mm-hmm.
right? You draw it from the two most recent values or peaks, and as a rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can have a trend line like this, for example. Like you see how this trend line I draw here. Well, it's not really a trend line, but you see like connecting three.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a rule. As long as the market make a new high or low, you connect the two most recent one. That way, you can find the early trend line break, right?
Okay, good.
So for example, if let's say you're following the market, yeah, you're on the daily chart, you just scrolling through the market and you're just drawing, you just connecting the two most recent. You see, you had this one, then once this make the new high, then you connect this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for this for this one here,
Mm-hmm.
the trend line broke here, right?
All right.
Because this was the last new valley and peak. So this was a low, this was a high, this was a low, and they did make a high. Yeah. Okay, it did make a high. So then this, and then I say, okay, this trend line break. So now I adjust this to the most recent one. It would be, yeah. And then once you make a new one, you adjust it. And then you just keep following the market and you're adjusting the two most recent highs and lows, yeah?
Okay.
And some people is be connecting out three points on the
Mm-hmm.
4 points, and I mean, to do that too. But to find when the market reverse faster, you had to connect it to the most recent ones. Yeah?
Okay, cool.
So okay, so another key rule, yeah. The valleys and the peak zones, yeah, they're stronger than the continuation pattern zones, yeah.
Okay, that's on the extremes, right?
Yeah, exactly, the extremes. And once you get a zone within a zone on the extreme, then it's even more powerful. So if you have a daily zone and then you find a 4 hour zone, On the most extreme, then that's the zone you want to go. That's the safest zone you want to go.
Okay.
So just as an example, you see we had this impulse here. We had a continuation pattern zone here. Basically, that's a pause in the market, right? With a basing candle. You had to practice. The more you practice identifying basing candles, the easier you get. The more you practice
That continuation pattern I was reading, it must be in the opposite direction, the basing candle.
You'll be better if it is, but not all the time it does get like that. For example,
Okay.
this is one here too, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a basic candle. A CP zone is simply a pause in the market.
Okay, that's because the body is less than 50%, right? The whole candle.
Yeah, but because this candle here, just one candle is seen. If you drop down on a 4 hour, then you will see red candles. You will see other candles, but this is a daily chart. So you see.
Okay.
So for example, if we are taking this trade, we will enter off the CP zone right here. So we around here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for example, this zone right here, right? This is a whole zone here. But then we narrow it down to this these basic candles right here, right? And basically the market had a pause, right? Pause. So based on your knowledge, you can draw your yeah. And then you ask yourself, what has it accomplished? And you remember you write on these rules. You have 2 ERC candles, right? So that's one accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
You have consolidation away, right? The market stay away from the zone for a long time, like 2 points.
Right.
The market is the market remove previous zones, right?
That's the one that I need you to clarify. When you say previous zones, the market remove previous zones. What do you mean? You're looking to the left or something? And...
Yeah, exactly. You look into the left, you look for the most recent supply zone. So basically, as a beginner, you'll probably draw power zones, right? But you just want to know where the zone's at. So you know that, and from the beginning, before the market even remove the zone, you should have the zone drawn, right? So you know this is a valley, right? Come up and it drop, right? Dollar zone. So you see remove this one right here, yeah? You see it remove that zone here, right? So we know that this zone here valid, right?
Okay.
It might not be tradable, but it's still a zone. So once the market reach here now and it base it, you have to tell yourself, okay, this base will be valid. This zone will only be valid if it removes another zone or if it breaks a trend line. That's the only way this zone is valid. It can have an impulse, but if it doesn't remove a zone or break a trend line, it is not valid.
Okay, just run back through that one more time again, if you want, please.
Okay, so you see I had the base here, right? And then you had the impulse away. The only time you're allowed to call this basing zone demand zone is if it's one of the 2 rules. Just break a trend line or remove another zone.
Okay, right? So it didn't break the trend line, right? So we're going on the next rule where it removed the next zone, right?
It didn't have no trend line to break.
Good.
You look left and you find a zone to see if the impulse removed it, which it did. From the
right.
Once it
That's that zone there that I highlight.
Yeah, so once it passes over this price here,
Mm-hmm.
then it will move. If
Okay.
it had stop here,
Mm-hmm.
then it would not be valid, yeah?
Okay, cool. I understand it. Nice.
And then it would have been valid.
Okay, okay.
So you know that is a valid zone. And the way the zone is built, it's built with three extended range candles. 1, 2, 3. You can see them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, see now, yeah?
The consolidation away. Yeah, the market
Okay.
move another zone, and the zone move was a nice strong zone, yeah.
Okay, so where showing me there is the demand zone. That's a demand zone, right?
Yeah.
Right, demand zone remove a supply zone, right?
So usually I just change the color, I put it in gray. That means the zone was removed, yeah.
Okay, but what I'm saying is correct, right? Demand removes the supply, right? Okay, cool, cool. So it could either be a demand remove, a supply, a demand remove, but a demand, it don't really have to be like,
Yeah, I mean, I just call both of them demand and supply. Once
okay.
number one, demand is in the bottom, supply is on top. So you have this challenge now. You know GBP, USD bullish. So you know that the best place, like you go look at this pair and you go ask yourself, where's the best place to buy? Once the bottom back off all of this, you know that okay, it's in this zone. So from the market day up here, you just draw to your zone and you tell yourself, okay, if the market come back and touch the zone, you go enter. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're paying attention, this was the exact same trade setup I sent to the group. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's the one that's in right now. Huh?
Yeah. So you see I have it here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I mark it again. I just took this zone here because I felt like it would have stopped already. But really and truly, to be safe, we would have marked this whole part as well. Right? That's why I put my stop loss below.
Okay. Below the zone, right?
Whole base.
Whole
Right?
base.
So then this trade went up 95 pips. Right? Now this is my weekly chart. And you see I just keep it clean. Just trend line as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the weekly time frame, this whole thing here is a beast.
Okay.
And even if you didn't take this trade off the daily time frame, if you go on a weekly time frame, right, you would see I had a base, you had two extended range candles, right? The same thing we just right. We had one candle consolidate away, or two candles consolidate away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the first impulse is the impulse away, and then the other candles is the candles that stay away from the zone. So it would be this candle and this candle, this red and black candle here.
Mm-hmm.
And then come back down to the zone. And we know that, okay,
It's removed.
this is a weekly zone that was removed, right? So this trade could have been a weekly time frame trade, but that's why I had to kind of scroll through all the time frames to see, you know, it looked much more cleaner and clear on the weekly time frame.
Yeah. Because I realize the higher time frame just seeing the patterns and stuff more now.
Yeah, you seen it more clean,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then it more stronger, it was better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So another rule you had to remember, right? CP zones are no longer valid once a trend line has been broken, right? Yeah, there. You get me?
What was I saying? So all I have is no longer valid.
Okay, so all CP zones
Mm-hmm.
no longer valid once a trend line has been broken.
No longer valid, right?
Mm. What I mean is, if we have a trend line like this, right, a valley and a peak, draw this part. You're only allowed to take CP trades once the market is within this trend line, right? From the time the market break one candle below the trend line, then the CP zone here, now allowed to enter. You're no longer valid, right? You would have to wait in order to enter, you would have to wait for the market to get down to the valley or the peak to enter, right?
Okay. So if the market come below that trend line there, that CP zone that you put in blue, that's not valid.
I can't work again, right? So if we come down here, once it reach there, then you can enter it, right?
Okay.
I was like this, then you can enter it, right? Because it's going forward the trend line. So pay attention to this rule now, right? Once that happens, the only next place you can enter along is at the valley demand, right? Which would be down here. However, it has to be of a higher time frame. Meaning, let me write it out, right? Once you must wait for price to reach to higher time. Okay. All right. I'll just screenshot. So what this means, right? It means if we're on the daily time frame right now, time frame, the daily time frame trend line is broken. You're not allowed to take any CP trades. The only trade you're allowed to take is weekly valleys or peaks, right? Meaning you can't take any you have to wait until the price reaches that higher time frame supply demand. So that's what the market telling you is that the daily trend is broken, right? When that happens, it just means that the price retracing to a higher time frame demand, right? You're looking for bigger money. The time frame you're on right now, not strong enough, right? I mean, it might seem a little complicated once you practice it over and over, which will become clear. So,
okay, just run back that point through again, if you
okay. Once the daily trend line is broken, right? You're not allowed to enter trades on any daily CP zones.
Right.
Or daily valleys and peaks. All right, that's it. Right?
Okay.
You're only allowed to enter trades of a higher time frame, right?
Okay.
The next time frame will be the weekly. So you have to wait until the market gets to the weekly supply or weekly demand zone.
Okay, okay.
So you tell yourself once the daily trend line broken, you're not allowed to take any daily supply or demand or CP zones.
Okay.
Daily time frame out of the picture. You have to wait until you retrace to a higher time frame.
Okay, okay.
And that is more advanced, but I feel it's simple enough for you to understand. Let's say we're looking at this right here, right? And then okay, we see the trend line break. So all we do is go to the weekly chart, right? And then remember we're on a weekly time frame, right? So even though the market might be, this is a weekly trend line as well as the daily trend line, yeah. Even though the market break the trend line on the daily time frame, doesn't mean that the trend line is broken on a weekly time frame.
All right.
Because in order for a trend line to be broken, there must be one entire candle closed on the other side.
On the trend line, okay. The next side of the trend line.
Exactly. So on a daily time frame, yes, you can have a day close, but on a weekly time frame, remember 7 days is 1 week. Just a weekly candle on the other side, but a weekly candle not closing until Friday.
Right.
So what that means is if the market gets down to the this weekly demand zone here before the end of the week, then it could go long, right?
Okay.
But if it doesn't, and the week close and it doesn't reach the zone, then you know that a weekly time frame is broken. And the same will apply. You're not allowed to go long on a daily, on a weekly RCP zones, right? So what you then do now, you have to go to the monthly time frame.
The higher time frame. Okay.
I go to the monthly time frame and you wait until the zone removes, right? Now, a lot of the time, it might not retrace all the way back down to the monthly time frame. You might just see the market create a new trend. It might just break a trend line and remove another zone and create a new zone where now you're allowed to go long or short, right? So you have any questions?
Okay. No question as it with that.
Yeah, you can just watch over the video.
But is that self I go do in slow motion? Yeah. But again the main just man.
As long as you had them rules written down,
Yeah.
like you just have it written down and then you read it over and then you go on a chat
And practice.
and you practice it, right? The most simple one, the trend line break, the trend line, the zone removal, right? The no buying when a trend line break at the CP zones. That is one that will help you save money because a lot of people when trend line break, they'll still buy at the CP zones because they don't know the rules. That will just save your money, right? So you won't be able to only find out losing trades if you follow that rule, right?
Yeah.
So another thing, right? For example,
You will show me where to when you get time to where to put your take profit. I know you said stop loss below the zone, right?
Next zone, right?
Okay.
Example, you see this zone here. We had a reaction here, right? With profit. Basically, the market is bounced from zone to zone. The profit will be at the next zone, which would be up here, right? Because this is a zone here. all them other zones was removed, right? So they had the CP zone right here. So we expect, because the market bullish, we expected zones to be removed, right? Because this trend line is broken. The CP zone is within this trend line.
Okay.
So the trend line is broken, then we can expect the CP zone to not be valid. So we can expect it to be removed. So we will expect the market to push past that as well, right? And then retrace up to the higher time frame zone. Take profit. When with available supply, right?
Okay.
So whenever you have any chance, the first thing you want to do, you want to monthly time frame, okay? And you find the two most recent zones. If we look back at history, we can draw a trend line here, right? This trend line is broken. So here actually,
I need any. I think the audio going down.
okay. Then we could draw a trend line here. And we say, okay, that trend line is broken, right? So the next, which would validate this zone right here, right? So we know that this is the monthly zones, right? Right? So this in advance, you probably can take an extreme daily or weekly zone down here. But you're just seeing it now, right?
Yeah.
So when you hop on a chart, you go on a monthly chart and you draw the most recent zones come down, right? And then you can also look here and you see another trend line break here. So this here would be the most recent monthly zone right here, right?
Right. So wait for it to come down, right?
So now you have the two monthly zones. You could wait, but a lot of times it would not. So, you know, the monthly demand is in control. Because obviously demand broke the trend line. So demand is in control until the price gets up to supply, right?
Okay.
No monthly demand in control, so we only taking longs until the price gets up to supply, right? So now you hop on the weekly. Right, so hop on the weekly. And now you draw the most recent weekly ones, which should be this one here, right? Put it in a different color. And then you look back and this could be and this one here, right? Because all of that was removed. You only want to draw the two valid zones, right? And then the two most recent valid zones. So this would be the most recent one. And have others down here, but you want to keep the chart clean, so you only draw the two most recent valid ones, yeah? Then you hop onto the daily. On the daily time frame, you can draw this, right? Yeah, trend line. So yeah, we have a daily supply here, right? No, even though you have a daily supply here, you're not going to go short. Because one, you have to take into consideration all the time frames. The monthly demand and control.
I hear it.
I said monthly demand and control, weekly demand, and the trend is up. So you have that information. You will tell yourself it don't make no sense going short on daily supply, right? Because all the higher time frames going up. So that would make the probabilities less.
Less, okay, because you'll be going like against, right?
You had to align the time frames. You want to go in the direction where the higher time frames pointing. And if you have two higher time frames pointing up, then that's the direction you want to go.
Okay.
All right, so the time I'm about to up is a couple of seconds. It's a 40-minute limit. I want to get it unlimited for January. So,
Okay.
because it's up,
All right, cool. I know, Sim. You were sending me the link now.
so they record it.
Yeah?
So they recording.
Okay, cool. Nice.
All right, do that.
All right, brother. Yeah.